We are back in the shop today with another Mercedes video. So I'm still trying to decide what to do with this car. The trunk needs to be fixed, obviously, if you guys watched the first video I put out on it. I've gone ahead and sprayed all of the spark plugs with PB Blaster. Because this thing has sat for so long, I really don't feel comfortable just trying to crank it over. Like, it's probably dry. The oil and everything looks okay in it, but I'm going to pull all these spark plugs out this week and put a little bit of penetrating oil in all these cylinders just to make sure, and I'm going to probably let it sit for a few days, but just to make sure she's got, proper lubrication before I even try to turn it over. I've got the battery. I don't know if you saw from the last video, I put this in here. Everything seems to work, which is kind of crazy. The reason I was asking people, like, how do you start it in the last video, I couldn't get the key to turn, so I've been working on that. I've got some PB Blaster down here, good old PB Blaster, and I finally have the key to where it turns to the start position here now anyway. So again, I'm not going to try to do anything with that yet until I get those cylinders and stuff all kind of lubed up. But she's in the shop. That means progress is going to ensue, hopefully. I just had a guy that popped in here to the shop. He was just asking me some questions about it because he saw it from the road. And he was like, man, you got to leave that just as it is and just leave the original patina and maybe clear coat it. And I thought, that's kind of a cool idea. And the guy that's buying the MR2, which is still here, I'm just trying to get this video done in the same day, he's picking up this MR2 off of me. His father actually owns a body shop, which is probably one of the coolest things, and I made a really good contact. He seems like he's very reasonably priced, good work. So we're going to hopefully do something with this. I don't know. I'm going to dig into the motor a little bit. If I can get the motor running in the next few weeks, just tinkering around with it here. Again, I'm not like a professional mechanic by any means. I like to screw around with cars and stuff. We've done up a lot of restorations. We've done a lot of vehicles. I'm not like ASE certified or anything like that. So I'm just excited that we have kind of cool projects in the shop here right now. This other than the little four-wheeler, which I haven't really dug into yet, this Mercedes is kind of the last of the things that I was really trying to clear out of the shop. And get tidied up and figure out what I'm doing with them. So the Carmen Ghia still hasn't shipped. That's been here for a good bit now. We're going to get that one out probably next week, I'm assuming. The gentleman who purchased it, really cool guy. He is trying to line up transportation for it right now. He's got a guy that I think is going to haul it for him. But yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about the Mercedes project. Again, I don't really know what I want to do with it yet. But it's a complete car other than a couple pieces of glass and an emblem. So I mean, I'd hate to part the thing out. I mean, again, I want to make a project out of it to just at least try to get it running. I don't care if it drives at this point. I just kind of want to get it going, just for my own personal reasons, just because I've had it for a bit and I want to see it run. But if it turns into a parts car, I'd be real sad. I would really like, for when I go to sell this one, I think it'd be pretty awesome to have somebody who can really appreciate it and bring it back to life. I was on eBay, and the headlights alone are worth like $2,000. They're listed for. I don't know if that's what people are paying for them, but there's a lot of good parts on this car, and I mean, everything's salvageable. Everything on the inside still seems to work. The horn works, which is pretty cool. Obviously, I can't test the main systems, AC and all that. You can tell I kind of wiped it out a little bit. It still needs. There's still dust and dirt and crap all over the place, but I did get it. The mice, I think, got to that seat pretty bad. I lubed all the door hinges and stuff, or all the door latches, so everything works pretty good on that. But I mean, it really wouldn't take that much. I mean, all this stuff comes off pretty easily. I mean, you could reupholster this, clean up the wood. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't. I mean, it'd obviously be a big project, but it wouldn't take that much really to get this thing going to where you could turn it into a really cool rat rod or something. So again, look at these doors. I mean, everything closes perfectly. Everything opens and closes just how it should now, except for the trunk. I haven't dug into the trunk yet. But you guys leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this car if you were to just go and maybe lightly, very, very lightly sand, and then just clear coat the whole darn car. I mean, I could see this thing lowered a little bit and just turned into a cool cruiser. Like a really cool vintage cruiser. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully, I'll get the tripod down here and we'll start tinkering around with the motor the next video. We'll get the spark plugs pulled out and some oil down in those cylinders. Make sure everything's lubed up, and then we'll try to turn it over by hand and see what happens. Let's get it moving.